The prince raised by mermaids from sea to greatness. Once upon a time, in a peaceful African village called Ajani, where people lived harmoniously with nature under the rule of a wise king, everything changed due to greed and betrayal. Some jealous nobles, envious of the king's popularity and power, conspired to overthrow him. One fateful night, these malicious nobles secretly plotted to eliminate the king and his family, seizing the throne for themselves. They struck the very next evening, ambushing the king in his chambers. As the king fell, his last words were filled with sorrow. But why? His heart breaking at the betrayal. A loyal servant hiding nearby witnessed the attack. Rushing to warn the queen, the servant told her to flee immediately. The queen cradled her infant son Kahili, escaped under the cover of darkness. Whispering soothing words to calm her child, she ventured into the dense forest. By dawn, the queen reached the riverside, exhausted and terrified. Hearing the distant shouts of pursuing guards, she made a heart-wrenching decision. She quickly fashioned a small raft from reeds, placed her son upon it along with a golden emblem, a symbol of his rightful claim to the throne, and set him down the river with a whispered promise. One day, my son, you will return to reclaim your destiny. The river carried baby Kahili far from danger, eventually depositing him near the sea, where the mystical mermaids of Laguna Cove lived. Seeing the child on the raft, the mermaids were astonished. Neima, the eldest and wisest mermaid, gently lifted Kahili into her arms. Who will send a child to the sea? Neima wondered aloud, her voice resonating like waves crashing on the shore. Perhaps the sea itself has chosen him, replied Sora, another mermaid, noticing the emblem that gleamed beside him. Realizing that the boy's fate was intertwined with both their world and the land above, the mermaids made a decision. They bestowed upon Kahili a precious gift, the ability to breathe underwater and communicate with sea creatures. Now, you belong to both the sea and the land, Naima told him tenderly. Kahili laughed, a joyful sound that filled the cove as his curiosity blossomed. Meanwhile, in Ajani, the unfaithful nobles declared their victory but ruled with fear and cruelty. They imprisoned the queen and put the once thriving village into despair. As Kahili grew under the mermaid's care, he became swift as dolphins, wise as ancient turtles, and agile as the playful otters. Yet, his heart yearned to understand the world beyond the waves. Kahili's curiosity about life beyond the sea grew stronger with each passing day. He often ventured close to the shore, carefully hiding behind the trees as he watched humans gather water from the river or launder their garments. One day, while exploring the river bank, Kahili spotted a young woman named Safia. Her beauty and the melody of her voice captivated him. Drawn to her, Kahili began returning to the spot daily, hiding behind the trees as she sang and tended to her chores. Noticing the changes in Kahili's demeanor, Naima approached him. Kahili, your heart seemed to be somewhere else, she said gently. Is there someone who has captured your thoughts? Caught off guard, Kahili admitted. There's a girl. She's human, and her spirit draws me to her. Naima smiled knowingly. Then don't hide in the shadows. Speak to her and show her the extraordinary person you are. The next day, Kahili gathered his courage. As Safiya washed clothes by the riverbank, a massive crocodile emerged, silently approaching her. Acting on instinct, Kahili leaped from his hiding spot. "Stop!" he commanded, his voice firm yet calm. "Return to the river." The crocodile, recognizing Kahili's bond with the river, obeyed and retreated. Safiya, stifled and bewildered, turned to face him. "Who are you, and how did you do that?" "My name is Kahili," he said, stepping closer and keeping a respectful distance. "I couldn't let you be harmed. I've been watching you, captivated by your voice and spirit." Safiya, still processing what had happened, saw the kindness in his eyes. "You saved me, but how? And why were you watching me?" "I was afraid," Kahili admitted. "Afraid you will reject me because I'm different. I was raised by mermaids, and I'm connected to both the sea and the land. But seeing you in danger, I couldn't stay silent. I care about you, Safiya." Though surprised, Safiya's curiosity overcame her disbelief. "Raised by mermaids? That's incredible. And you care about me?" "Yes," Kahila confessed, his voice steady, more than words can express. Touched by his honesty, Safiya smiled. "Then perhaps you're not so different after all." From that moment, their bond grew, a bridge between two worlds, the sea and the land, fostering a connection that would change both their lives forever. Safiya smiled, a sense of warmth and wonder spreading through her. "I would like to know more about you, Kahili." And so, standing by the riverbank, where their paths had so dramatically crossed, Kahili and Safiya began to talk. Their conversation marked the beginning of an unexpected yet profound connection. Every day, Kahili and Safiya met at the river, spending hours sharing their stories. One evening, Safiya spoke about her homeland, Ajani, describing the hardships her people faced since the true king and his family were betrayed and overthrown. She spoke of famine, injustice, and the tyrannical rule of the impostors. "Anyone who dares to defy them is imprisoned or worse," she said, her voice heavy with sorrow. Kahili listened intently, his heart aching for her people. That night, he returned to the ocean and recounted Safiya's tale to Naima, the mermaids who had raised him. Her expression grew serious as she listened. "Kahili," Naima said after a pause, "the time has come for you to know the truth. When we found you as a baby, you were not alone. You were accompanied by the emblem of Ajani's king. You are the rightful heir to the throne. Everything you have learned here was to prepare you for this moment, to reclaim your kingdom and restore peace to your people." Kahili was stunned. The weight of the revelation settled on his shoulders, but so did a sense of purpose. He thanked Naima and shared his decision to leave Adam to fulfill his destiny. "I'll miss you all," Kahili said, tears streaming down his face as he embraced the mermaids. "You will always be my family." The next afternoon, Kahili met Safiya at their usual spot. He revealed the truth about his heritage and his mission to reclaim the throne of Ajani. Safiat listened, her eyes wide with surprise, then filled with determination. "I believe you," she said firmly. "You have the strength of your father and the magic of the sea within you. My people have been waiting for a sign, a leader to inspire hope. We have fighters meeting in secret, ready to rise against the imposters. I will take you to them." Safia's unwavering support gave Kahili the courage he needed. Together, they began to plan their uprising, rallying the secret fighters who longed for freedom. Kahili carried the emblem, a beacon of hope for the oppressed, as they prepared for the decisive battle. When the day of reckoning arrived, Kahili and the rebels confronted the imposters at the palace gates. The battle was fierce, and though Kahili fought bravely, the enemy's numbers overwhelmed him. He was captured and sentenced to execution, his death meant to extinguish the rebellion. As the executioner raised his blade, Kahili let out a cry that echoed across the land and the sea, calling upon the magic of his mermaid family. Dark clouds gathered and rain poured down heavily, a storm summoned by the mermaid songs. The storm's power invigorated Kahili, who broke free of his bonds with newfound strength. The sea rose in response, and mermaids emerged from the waters, joining the battle alongside sea creatures. Dolphins, turtles, and even waves seemed to fight for Kahili and his cause. The imposters, unprepared for this magical alliance, were quickly overwhelmed. With Safiat leading the land fighters and the mermaids empowering the rebellion, the usurpers fell and the palace was reclaimed. After the victory, Kahili searched for his mother, who had been imprisoned since the coup. When he found her, still holding the emblem he had sent with him, recognition filled her tearful eyes. "My son," she whispered, embracing him tightly. "I knew you would return. Our ancestors protected you for this day." Kahili was crowned king soon after, with Safiat by his side as queen. Their reign was marked by compassion, unity, and a bond between the land and the sea. The story of Kahili, the prince raised by mermaids, became a legend, reminding future generations that strength lies not in power alone, but in love, courage, and the unity of different worlds. The moral story. The moral of the story is richly layered, teaching valuable lessons about life, leadership, and the power of human connection. Here's a detailed breakdown. 1. Embracing differences leads to strength and unity. Kahili's upbringing by mermaids symbolizes the power of diversity and the beauty of accepting our unique circumstances. His dual connection to the sea and the land allowed him to draw strength from both worlds, proving that our differences can be assets rather than barriers. By embracing this unique heritage, Kahili became a symbol of unity, bridging the gap between the human and marine worlds. 2. Courage and perseverance in the face of adversity. Throughout the story, Kahili faced numerous challenges, from discovering his identity to confronting powerful adversaries. His unwavering determination to fight for justice despite overwhelming odds highlights the importance of courage and resilience. 3. The transformative power of love and support. The love and encouragement Kahili received from the mermaids and Sheifat played a vital role in his journey. Their belief in him gave him the strength to face his destiny. Sheifat's unwavering support and the mermaid's magical intervention during the battle underscore the power of standing by those we care about. 4. Leadership is about serving others. Kahili's goal was not just to reclaim his throne, but to restore peace and prosperity to Ajani village. His selflessness and dedication to his people demonstrated that true leadership is about service, compassion, and uplifting others. 5. Unity is the source of true strength. The alliance between the mermaids and the people of Ajani highlights the importance of collaboration. By working together, they overcame the usurpers and restored justice. This unity shows how differences can become strength when people join forces towards a common goal. 6. Destiny is shaped by courage and compassion. Kahili's story illustrates that destiny is not merely something we inherit, but something we fulfill through courageous actions and a compassionate heart. He embraced his heritage while forging his own path, guided by empathy for his people and a deep sense of justice. 7. Hope and justice triumph over oppression. The story of Kahili returning to free Ajani from tyranny is a testament to the enduring power of hope and justice. Despite the cruelty of the usurpers, the people of Ajani never lost faith in a better future, and Kahili became the embodiment of that hope. In conclusion, the story of Kahili teaches us that courage, compassion, and unity can overcome even the greatest adversities. It reminds us to embrace our differences, fight for justice, and lead with love and empathy, knowing that these qualities can transform not only our lives but the lives of others. That's it, lovelies. We've come to the end of this video. Hope you enjoyed it as well as I did. Till I come your way next time, it's goodbye from Tabby's Corner. See you soon.